Before you replace an employee, investigate this first. Stop panicking when your employee leaves. It's helping no one. Toyota, one of the world's largest car manufacturers, has a fascinating practice. If a worker notices a defect on the production line, they have the authority to stop the entire production line. Think about that. Hundreds of employees on the line, thousands of cars, and yet one small defect can bring everything to a halt. Why? Because Toyota understands something that most of us don't. The defect is not the problem. The defect is information. If they simply replace that one defective part and continue production, they've solved today's problem. They haven't solved tomorrow's. So they stop, they investigate, they improve the process. Only then do they restart. And I think business owners should look at employee resignations exactly the same way. Because the moment an employee resigns, most of us do one thing. We start looking for another employee. I think that's a mistake. Because before you replace the employee, you should investigate the resignation. A resignation is a data point, and data points should not be wasted. India has crores of MSMEs employing crores of people, which means resignations are not rare events. They're happening every day across businesses like ours. But most small businesses treat them like isolated incidents instead of studying what they reveal. Imagine if every customer complaint was ignored. Imagine if every machine breakdown was ignored. Then why do we ignore one of the biggest data points in a business? An employee deciding they no longer want to work here. So if an employee resigned today, this is how I would investigate it. The first question I ask is, what changed? Notice I didn't ask why did they leave. I asked what changed. Because nobody joins a company planning to resign 6 months later. At some point, your company offered them exactly what they were looking for, which is why they chose to join your company in the first place, isn't it? Maybe they wanted stability, maybe they wanted growth, maybe they wanted responsibility, maybe they wanted to learn, maybe they simply wanted a better salary. Whatever it was, something worked and now something doesn't. So what changed? Did the employee change their preferences? Did their priorities change? Did life change? Or did your business change? Until I understand what changed, I don't really understand the resignation. Then I move to my second question. What is this resignation exposing about my business? Notice that I am no longer investigating the employee, I am investigating the business. And I usually look at this from two angles. First, the work itself. Was this person overloaded or were they underutilized? Did they have enough freedom to do their job or were they being controlled at every step? Was the work helping them grow or was it keeping them stuck? Then I look at the environment around the work. Were there any unresolved conflicts or was the team working well together? Were expectations clear or was there constant confusion and frustration? Was this person getting the support they needed or were they constantly struggling to get things done? Because sometimes a resignation reveals a problem with the job itself and sometimes it reveals a problem with the environment surrounding the job. My job is to figure out which one it is. Or maybe everything was absolutely fine and nothing needs to be fixed. The resignation is simply forcing me to inspect my business more carefully than I normally would. And that's always valuable. Replacing an employee can cost several months of that employee's salary once recruitment, onboarding, training, and all the time they need to learn that job are considered. Yet many businesses spend more time writing the job advertisement than investigating why the previous person left. Then comes the third question. Was this actually preventable? Now this requires honesty. Sometimes the answer is no. People move cities, people change careers, people get married, people discover different ambitions, and that's okay. You don't have to blame yourself for every resignation. But sometimes the resignation was trying to happen for months. Maybe the employee had stopped participating, Maybe they had stopped taking initiative. Maybe they had been quietly frustrated. Maybe they had been telling you something in 100 small ways. Did I miss those signals? Was there something within my control that I could have improved? Because if there was, I don't want the next resignation to happen for the same reason. And finally, only after I have accepted that this employee is leaving, I ask my last question. What exactly are we losing? Notice again, I didn't ask whom are we losing, I asked what are we losing. Maybe we are losing experience, maybe we are losing relationships, maybe we are losing knowledge, maybe we are losing speed. Those are real losses. But let's also ask another question. What opportunity has this resignation created? Has it exposed a dependency? Has it exposed a process that nobody ever questioned? Has it exposed knowledge that should have been documented? Has it exposed a weakness that we've been ignoring for years simply because this employee was somehow managing it? Every resignation takes something away, but every resignation also reveals something. The smartest business owners don't study only what they've lost, they study what they've learned. Toyota doesn't stop the production line because they enjoy problems. They stop because they know that defects are information. I think employee resignations deserve the same respect. Don't rush to erase the evidence. Study it. Because the employee who just resigned may have left behind the most valuable insight your business will receive all year. If you've liked what I've been talking about, stay tuned. There's lots more to explore.